Hi, my name's Ellie. Welcome to my channel. Figured out kind of a theme. We're gonna do new and old. So I know I just did a look a couple weeks ago with this. This is the Urban Decay Vice LTD Reloaded. But I saw this and I really wanted to do green and pink. So I'm gonna do Hot Pants and Mildew, and maybe do the bottom being Gash and Acid Rain. We'll see how I feel. I even have my little cream base over here because I remember last time I was wishing that I had something to adhere them stronger to my lid. I'm gonna start with Suspend as the crease. That's probably the only one we're gonna be able to do. Like, Laced is pretty light, but we might be able to like layer them. And get something going. Because Suspend is quite cool, which is not a problem all the time, but might not play the best with what we're doing. Yes, hair is down. It looks like I'm going to be going back to work in the next week or two, I think, hopefully. And when I do my own makeup in the morning, my hair is wet, so I can't put it up without like having a kink in it. So I'm trying to get back in the habit of just angling my hair back like I normally do, since I'm going to go back to doing my hair, doing my makeup with my hair still wet. I'm taking some of Laced on a brush to hopefully blend and soften Suspend. My makeup kind of matters today because I am running out to pick up a ship-to-store order, and my mom wants me to go see if I can find chicken on sale while I'm out and about. So people will see at least the eyes. Not necessarily much else, but they'll see something. And this does not bode the best because this eye is already watering. We will see how I can work on that. Or work around it. Sometimes my eyes just water more than other days and it's not fun, but they're my eyes. I can't do much with them. I can't trade them out. I'm going to put down a cream base, and we will start on the lid, and depending on how I feel about the lower lash line, I will pat some more down there. I am keeping it a little bit under my crease just because I have a habit of going too far up with cream shadow and then it gets weird. But I think that's a pretty good job there. I'm going to also put it on my other lash because I've noticed this stuff has pretty good grip through most of its working time. I don't need to like put it down and immediately go in with the shadow as long as I'm a little quick. Oh, that went too high there. Okay, we're just gonna make do. And pop our little bit of blending at the edge just to hide the fact that that went a little too high. I'm gonna start with Mildew. on my outer corners. Since I really like this shade. And it is lighter. I think we can deal with it being out there. Oh, you guys can't see it very well. But it is more green than it is on camera. Yeah, you can see it a little bit there. And then we will pop hot pants. Nope, I will drop. It's fine. Just dropping my brush on the ground. It's fine. It's totally what I wanted to do. Take hot pants on the inner bit. We will do some modified blending in a second. Which hot pants seems to have more pigmentation than I remember, but I'm not mad about it. When I got this, I was not as into color. And it kind of got lost in a couple other palettes. So I didn't get to fully appreciate all the different little cute pops. I think that's nice. I wish Mildew was darker, but that's just kind of what we're working with. It's darker in the pan. But there's not really a good way to deepen it without pulling in a different color. Like, it looks pretty. I do kind of want to see how the mint, we're doing it. It's going to be dangerous. I'm going to take a little bit on the tip of the cream shadow. And pat that there, just because I do also want some on the inner corner, so I can use something in here. Because once I realized that anything really kind of needs cream shadow, I just tend to use it with all of it. Okay. Now, what are my plans? Not much. I'm going to take this somewhat fluffier brush for Gash to hopefully pack it on the outer edge. And kind of deepen the outer upper crease with it. Yeah, it's doing something. We'll see if it blends out nicely in a second. And then take itty bitty brush with Acid Rain on just that intersection of my eye, which is not showing up very well. There are pretty people who can put on these really cute pops of color there, and it just doesn't show up properly when I do it, but I'm interested in trying it. It's something. And then I'm going to go ahead and put Midnight Cowboy on my intersection for my inner corner highlight. And it's going to hopefully stick very well to that bit of cream shadow I left there. Yeah. Am I using a really awkward brush for this? Yup. Too late, it's what has the product on it. Okay. I have opinions. I'm gonna put a little bit more mildew down. And maybe pop over the crease with a little fluffy fluff. It's something. I don't really know what it really ended up being, but it's something. I think my theory would have worked a little better if these were more opaque and if mildew was slightly deeper. I feel like gash is a deeper tone than mildew is, and I don't think it really did quite what I was picturing, despite being quite cute in person. And the bottom lash line didn't really do what I was expecting. But let's do the rest of my face, because I think my Franken bronzer has dried. Okay, that's the other thing, is when I'm doing my makeup in the morning, the stand I put my phone on for filming sits right in front of the mirror that I have over there, so I can do stuff like hold my hair out of my face for different uses. Okay, let's try Franken bronzer, and we'll go ahead and use these blush and highlighty over top things for funsies. We'll be dangerous and use the big bronzer brush, just because I was using a smaller brush when I was doing it last time, but I think I packed this more densely than I have packed other bronzers I've repressed. It's really hard to get out of there with this brush, though. Oh no! Knock something off the corner. Okay. No, it's not what I wanted. I was trying to get the bronzer out so I could kind of do it without hitting the cardboard packaging, because it's not picking up that much product. We're just going to be bad and take 2 of the 3 of them out so that I can like hold it in my hand and properly dig in there. It's still not getting much pigmentation. I think I pressed it too firmly. But I like the tone. What I can get on my face is pretty. It's nice. And it is not too dark like I was worried. I remembered the Tarte bronzer that I kind of co-opted to use for cooling down as being kind of powdery. But this seems to be, oh, getting a little hard pan, but overall, a good mix of pigments. So, what I've learned is I need to press this a little less firmly, and I probably will once I'm done with the bronzer I've been using. I can go ahead and press it into the little bit that I'm using for this one. I think this is a really good container for bronzer. And we're so close, so close. But in the meantime, I want to pick up this one, which is Argyle, because the glue in that palette has been wearing off. It's very cute, but you need a good chunk of pigment for this, since it is so light. But it is one of the first blushes I was like, ooh, I really like this on me, because it's a good tone for my pale ass skin, and it doesn't do too much. Although that's a little bright. We'll knock it back in a second, after we make it equally bright on the other side. Okay. Now for funsies, I'm going to go into Hot Mama, which is the one I like to pair with Argyle, because I can kind of pop it on my cheekbones as a bit of a blush topper, highlighter base. It makes a really cute little thing. You can't really tell, but I see something. I have plans. I am excited. Oh, brows. No. thinking I should sharpen it, but I'll sharpen it in a day or two. Yeah, I think a different crease would have helped me quite a bit with the tones. Because it kind of like, it does something weird when my eyes are open to the greenness, but it's more visible. I don't know. I don't know, it's all weird. Everything's weird right now. This look turned out weird for me. There seems to be a hole in one of my brows. I made babka last night. It was delicious, but kind of messy and I fucked it up, but I made it. I didn't pay attention to the recipe and realized that it was meant to make chocolate or cinnamon. So like the recipe was for 2 loaves, and then it lists the fillings, like a chocolate filling and a cinnamon filling, but they're both scaled up in order to make like 2 cinnamon loaves or 2 chocolate loaves, as opposed to 1 of each. And so I had way too much filling, which ended up kind of weird and gooey. At least on the cinnamon one. On the chocolate one, it just kind of balled together and didn't spread nicely. So I need to do, after we eat them, I need to try again with tweaks to the filling. And potentially letting, because you, at least the recipe I was following, you freeze, you make the dough, you roll it up with the filling, and then you freeze it so that you can cut it and it's nice crisp layers. But then you have to twist it, and if it's kind of frozen, twisting it is complicated, especially if you have too much filling in, so things aren't as compactly rolled as they could be with less filling. And it made twisting it very complicated. I think it needs to roll, freeze, cut, thaw, then twist. I need to acquire. We used to have like marinating brushes for like brushing stuff on, and you brush a glaze over the top after it comes out of the oven. I don't have that. I don't know what happened to the brush we had, but it doesn't seem to exist anymore. So it's just gone. I'm going to top my blush topper with a proper highlight. I'm going to use Vanilla Quartz from Becca. And I am going to use that same brush that I used for Bahama Mama. Yeah. And just kind of lighten things up a little bit, and then going to actually blend the bottom of it with the blush brush so that everything is fun. I think that works nicely. And this one, it's dying. I'm finishing things. Things are going away. Okay, the other dangerous thing about doing my makeup with my hair down is trying to not moisten my hair with the setting spray, which is not always successful. I attempt to do it in small little bursts, but it does stop my hair from having as many kinks, and then my hair generally dries on the way to work without major issue. I guess I have to pick a lip soon. Which is complicated because I'm going to try to go to the store, which means I'm going to wear a mask, which means the gloss I've been playing with is not a good idea for under a mask. But I'm also not really trying to get... I guess whatever I put on, I'm going to have to take off anyway. Okay, now that I've realized the errors of my plans, I still don't know what I'm going to do. We're going to do mascara. That's what we're going to do. I think the mascara is going to help. It generally does. Lots of looks that I don't really like before mascara, I like more after mascara. I like the blush. The blush turned out real cute. Yep, that's helping. It's not bringing out the green the way I really hoped it would, but it is helping with the overall shape of my eyeshadow. Oh, as I get it all over my desk. My nose is kind of making me wish I did like a full across the middle of the face Igari look. But then it'll be more blatant when I rub it off with my mask, which goes on my face. Again, not that it matters, not that anybody cares. If you're wearing a mask to go out and about, then coming back home, it's not exactly a big issue if there's, a wear pattern in your foundation. Or if you just get a bunch of mascara in your crease, like I do. So, the colors are not as apparent as I was hoping they were going to be, but the overall look is cute. I can see some red, I can see some pink. And I'm now remembering a checkerboard type look I did years ago. I think I have some better shadows to redo. I did for that look, I did a blue top on one eye and a pink bottom on the other one, and then a blue bottom on one eye and a pink top on the other one. But I'm wondering if I could switch that too with the right purple, being like blue, pink, purple, pink, blue, light purple. Like if I have the right tones to do that, that could be cool. Maybe I have another plan. Maybe I have two plans now. Maybe I have Igari makeup with my new blush and highlight combination and something else with the other one. I think we'll go ahead and just do Dread. Might be too cool toned. That's what I'll do. Where is it? I had it over there. Did I lose it? Did I hide it from myself? Ah. I have my Hourglass nude one that I'm kind of panning, which is a little peachy. I can do a whole thing. Hold on. Hold on. We're doing a whole thing. Because I have a lip liner, which I think is slightly darker than that. It might not be. Either way, I'm using it. It's old. The color's not great. It's kind of a light nude tone. But since I'm trying to get better, have to practice with the lip liner. And I don't think it's any darker than the lipstick I'm about to use, but it's practice. I'm practicing. This is True Love Means from Hourglass, and a little confession. Yeah, they're about the same color. Which in theory is very useful, but one of the things I really like about the Confession lipsticks is they're so small and pigmented that you can just make your lips the exact shape if you're good at it. But that is the look. It kind of turned into a thing, like, you can see the pink a little bit, you can see the green, kind of. The mint's kind of gone, but if I had used better colors, I think I would have enjoyed the inversion, and I think I'm gonna try that with a different set of colors someday. Fun. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Medium success doing it with my hair down, even though I'm gonna have to hack some of it off as soon as I can get to a salon, because I'm started growing out my undercut and it's long enough that I might as well just give myself a bob again and grow that out. But yeah, can still do my makeup in a reasonable way-ish. Still too long. I'm gonna have to work on timing myself again. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and make babka? Have you made babka? Do you have any twisting tips and tricks? Help me, I didn't twist it right, and it was still delicious, but I want to make it twist right. I have questions.